1,368 days ago, we began our journey at Trenton High School. We were excited but scared because we were entering a new, unknown chapter of our lives. We were freshmen, new to the school, the halls, and teachers. We didn't know what to expect. The only expectations we had were the ones set up by High School Musical and other corny Disney originals, and we know those weren't actually realistic at all. Freshman year was a year of firsts. First dances, football games, finals, trimesters, the list could go on. But we learned how to adjust, and we grew closer as a class, no matter what life threw our way. 1,004 days ago, we began our second chapter at Trenton High School, sophomore year. This is the year where we started finding our niche and discovering where we belonged. We got more comfortable and finally started venturing out beyond the freshman square. We weren't the newbies anymore. We found stability in the known and started counting down the days until we were the ones walking across that stage at graduation. 640 days ago, we opened up a very difficult chapter of our time at Trenton High School. This one's called junior year. We weren't underclassmen anymore. We knew the ropes, the teachers, the halls, and how to handle things like finals, but a new unknown was coming our way. College applications and the SAT. We worked hard all year, preparing, researching, and studying, and then it came in April. We took the test and crossed our fingers, and we learned what hard work and self-discipline was throughout junior year. And throughout it all, we kept supporting each other and bonded as a class. After all, junior year, we won Spirit Week for the second time in our 3-year winning streak. And finally, 276 days ago, we began our final chapter at Trenton High School. Senior year. We finally made it. We were seniors. We walked the halls proud on the first day in our senior girls shirts and other Trenton gear. We thought we were prepared. Senior year is going to be the time of our lives. What we've been waiting for since kindergarten, right? Senior year was supposed to be everything we expected and more. But as it turns out, our senior year was everything we didn't expect. We didn't have a traditional school year, third trimester, last day, or graduation. Our senior year was supposed to be filled with tons of the knowns, but instead it was the opposite. It was scary and frustrating and may have been hard to adjust to, but we did it together, and now we're prepared for the future. As we enter our next chapter of life, whatever that may be for each and every one of us, we now know how to handle the fear of the unknown. 1,368 days ago, we began our journey at Trenton High School. Now today, June 5th, 2020, as we end this journey, we are new people leaving. We are less fearful and more fearless. Congratulations to us, the class of 2020. Despite everything life threw our way, we made it.
Trenton. When I first heard that name, all I could feel was anxiety and doubt as I was transferring here in the 6th grade. Since then, I've shared laughs, experienced joy, and have built some of the strongest relationships in my life with the very people here today. Now when I hear that name, all I can feel is an overwhelming sense of pride in a community that has built some of the best artists, intellects, and personalities this world will soon come to know. Throughout the years, we may have had our own little quarrels amongst one another. Nothing will ever change the outstanding impact we had on each other. Together, and only together, have we formed one of the greatest classes this school has ever seen. Just like the year 2020, this class is so rare in its ability to be so kind to its peers, so thoughtful in its actions, and so humble in its achievements. How do I know this class is so amazing? Because I was once that shy little chubby kid that had to transfer to a new school on his birthday, the day after being released from the hospital with a deadly disease. Despite all this, I always felt at home because my classmates showed me a certain level of love and respect that I've never seen anywhere else. And my wish for this class is that we're able to live in that same love and respect and hopefully show more people across the world the power of the Trenton community. Congratulations, class of 2020. We have officially graduated.
To my senior classmates of Trenton High, our class of 2020 will go down in history. Our missed experiences and unusual circumstances prove this to be true. I could sit here all night and list out every bit of our troubles, but that's not what I'm here for, and that's not what you're here for either. We now stand here today on the precipice of our future. It's no longer a distant reality. We made it through every trial and tribulation we've seen and faced. They always say there's no easy path without obstacles to achieve your goals, and COVID-19 was yet another bump on our road to success. What I'm asking from each of you, and from myself, is to meet these kind of challenges straight on, with your head held high and your heart wide open. Our administrators, teachers, and staff have met these challenges and worked tirelessly to ensure our happiness. This is an example of people who found their purpose, took it, and used it to better our and their community. You can be that person. All of you are capable of making a difference in the lives around you. With our school, community, and the loved ones of Trenton who guided us through to the end, it is now our turn to carry that torch and to embark on a new era. Let us move on to the beginning steps of life and find our purpose. Let us begin a new era of hope in a time of hurt. To my fellow peers and all Trenton Public School staff, thank you all for the memories at Trenton High, and good luck on your journey.
I read somewhere that every great speech starts with a quote. So here's a quote by me, Sophie Collins. Life is like a pandemic. Life is like a pandemic because it's often unexpected. 4 months ago, you were attending school in an actual building. Now we learn at home. Life is full of unexpected circumstances. Life is like a pandemic because it shows us we are all more alike than different. No matter who you are, we all want a cure for this pandemic. Similar to how at our core as human beings, we're all looking to ultimately cure two desires: love and identity. What makes us different is how we go about finding those two things. Life is like a pandemic because it's memorable. Coronavirus is going to go down in history, and so will your life. You influence people each and every day through even the smallest of interactions. Life is like a pandemic because your perspective determines your joy through it. No prom, typical graduation, or planned last day of school. You can focus on the negatives, or you can shift your perspective. True joy is not found externally. So there you have it. The things Trenton Public Schools taught me about life, symbolized by a pandemic. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward." Class of 2020, what's your next step forward?
Class of 2020, thank you for this opportunity to address you as you prepare for the next stage in your life. I think all of us can look back at the past 80 days since Friday, March 13th, and count many, many firsts. Class of 2020, you have had a chance to be pioneers, not by choice, but by necessity. It has been a real experience in a virtual environment. It has been a test of your ability to adapt and think creatively, a chance to define how you will remember your transition from being a student here at THS to being a successful adult. Trenton is a city big on tradition. Our district is also big on traditions. For seniors, decorating cars, t-shirts, the first day walk-up, homecoming, the list can go on and on. But with state, national, and global restrictions necessary to keep people safe, there became a need to put some of these traditions aside. But those limits have created opportunities, a chance to introduce new traditions. Seniors, your year-end journey is the most documented and original closure of a school year in Trenton Public Schools history. virtual Night of the Stars, a slow roll down Charlton Road, the 2020 scoreboard dedication to the class, and a family drive-up graduation. In your reunions, 5, 10, 25 years from now, you will have more memories to talk about than all of the classes before you and most likely all of the classes after you. I believe that you will have a claim in a Trenton tradition, like homecoming, which was started by Dick Bryant in 1956. Your class will start a new page on how to close out a senior year here at Trenton High School. So from the dedicated staff here at Trenton Public Schools and our Board of Education, we would like to thank our community, our parents, our siblings and relatives of our graduates, and of course, most importantly, the class of 2020, for your support of Trenton Public Schools during this difficult time. And graduates, as I have closed with in the last 8 years, it is important for you to go out and do well, but it is equally important for you to go out and do good. Best wishes to you, class of 2020.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ron Dyroff, principal of Trenton High School. I'd like to start by thanking Mrs. Lopez, Ms. Roberts, the Digital Media Club, and Mr. Mark Ravis for producing this virtual graduation ceremony for the class of 2020. I'm speaking today to a class that has endured one of the toughest senior years that I've observed. A class that was on the cusp of experiencing the many senior activities and events that we all remember as parents when we graduated. Well, your senior year didn't go according to plan. You pushed through one day at a time with the support of your family, friends, and THS staff. During this time frame, you expanded your skill set, perhaps without even knowing it, developing a mental toughness. You have endured staying at home, remote learning, Zoom meetings, taking AP tests online from your bedroom or basement, and wearing masks when going out. I hope that you have had time to reconnect with your family, to take long walks, play board games, and build puzzles. Many of you started working or worked more hours, performing essential jobs like delivering groceries, stocking shelves, or preparing or delivering meals that helped everyone make it through these past few months. You are strong, you are tough, and you will be successful because you already had to be. Well, this may not be how you planned to finish your senior year. You will no doubt be one of the toughest senior classes to graduate from Trenton High School. Everything that our Trenton Public School staff has done from kindergarten to senior year has been to prepare you for what's next. While senior year signifies the conclusion of your K-12 education, it also serves as the beginning of what's next. You have many experiences and opportunities to look forward to, and no doubt the best times of your life still lie ahead of you. Congratulations, class of 2020. We will miss you and wish you the best.
Good evening. Trenton Public Schools welcomes you to the 2020 Commencement program. Tonight we'll present to you the graduating class of 2020. Nicholas Medell, Kaylee Davis, Anthony Baldwin, Sophie Collins,